Hello, 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 it's Friday, and it's episode 110 of the DJ Force 10 podcast. Thank you very much for listening all the way through this week. We had some fantastic guests, Don Jameson, Master Boot Records, Sydney Fate, Devil Skin, and today we have Alana from the new band out of LA called Motive Black. I'm not going to give too much away, but their new single is out now. They are working on a future release as well, and they got some special guests on those releases as well. So, yeah, do check that out, obviously after the interview. But check out their latest single, Broken. It is out now on all platforms, and yeah, you can find that on their Facebook page and whatnot. I just wanted to thank everyone for tuning in this week, if you will. It's been quite the week. First week of or second week of lockdown, but first week of me sort of providing content for you guys. And I just want to say the feedback has been awesome. So thank you all the bands, all the artists, and everyone who's listening. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for including me and this voice in your sort of daily routine and things like that. But I'll be back again on Monday with Chris from Acid Mammoth. They are a doom stoner rock band out of Greece. And if you want to listen to the album before that, it's called Under Acid Hoof, excuse me. And that is out now. And if you like that kind of doom fuzz type stuff, it is absolutely fantastic. Production value is amazing, but also the songwriting and the performances on there are absolutely great as well. But yeah, apart from that, I just want to sort of not much has happened this week. Kind of been working on and off, ventured out a couple of times. It's weird time, not going to lie to you guys. Obviously try and remain positive and everything, sending love out to people who have to work and whatnot. And all those people at home as well, becoming home schools and whatnot. It isn't easy. It's difficult trying to keep your own kind of mental strength in place, and also sort of maintaining your children's mental strength, because none of us have been through this before, and it's weird for us. It's weird for everyone. But we will get through this. We will come out the other side, and life will go back to, I'd say, relative normalness. Depends what your definition of normal is. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave you with this interview. Like I said, this is Alana from Motive Black. Enjoy. So, Alana, welcome to the show. You're the vocalist of new band Motive Black, and yeah, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Cool. So, I just wanted to get to start with just a little bit of a background on your band, because you are relatively new, but you've got some heavy hitters on your EP that's coming out, musician-wise.
Yeah.
So, I was just curious about how you got started.
I had a band in New York for a while, and you know, I sort of wanted to change, so I came out to LA and started working with the producer who actually produced these songs, and we got to writing, and you know, these all came to be. And the guy who mixed, his name is Josh Wilbur, was actually working with Korn at the time, and that's how we got Ray Luzier on the tracks.
Oh. That's amazing. I was reading that.
It was sort of like great timing. Like, we sort of got super lucky with having these heavy hitters. Yeah.
So that obviously came about with for Ray on the Korn side of things. But you've also got Marcus from P.O.D. on there as well. How did that come about?
Yeah, he was actually a friend of a friend, and he came up for the day and worked on the song Broken, and I had a guitar, and it sounded great, and he was just a pleasure to work with.
Excellent.
Great guy.
That's amazing. Could you tell us a bit about the single you just released, Broken? I've listened to the song quite a few times, given it a few spins on my show, and also I DJ out live as well and play rock clubs and stuff like that. And I gave it a spin recently before we all went into lockdown. So I was just curious because it tells a story through the song, and I was just curious where that song came from.
The song's about like how, I mean, I'm sure everyone can relate to this, but I use my own personal experience, how you build up walls to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you build them up too strong, and then you stop experiencing life the way that one should experience it. But there is an internal struggle, like when trying to break them down, because you're still trying to protect yourself. So the song is sort of about like fighting yourself to break down the walls, which is the goal, because, you don't want to live sort of half alive,
Yeah. No, definitely. So, what can we expect from the EP? Because obviously you recorded more than one track while you're there, and I haven't obviously heard any of the other tracks yet. So, what can people expect from it?
The tracks are pretty heavy. They get a bit heavier. I'm super excited for everyone to hear it. They're all taken from my life experiences, just like trials and tribulations and getting through things. I think they're empowering. There's a bit of aggression, but I'm really proud of them. I'm excited for it to come out. I'm not sure of the date yet, but we'll see how this song is received.
Yes, yeah, no, that's fine. So you also work with Nick Rowe, who recorded your album that you mentioned, and your EP, sorry. And I was just looking at his biography as well, and he's quite the producer. I recognized the name as soon as I saw it because I was a fan of Blood Simple, and from back when they were sort of active, and obviously Vision of Disorder as well, which obviously that most of those members of the band came from that New York side. But I was just curious how that relationship sort of came about. How did you get to work with him?
I actually met him through Josh Wilbur, who I met through a voice teacher named Melissa Cross. So it was just sort of a chain of people. But I had some songs with my old band, and we met up to work on one. He was going to produce one. And when I moved out to LA, I sort of got in touch with him and, asked if he wanted to work together again. And he was down. We work really well together. And that's sort of how that happened.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. And you mentioned Melissa Cross there. That was a blast from the past for me. I was formerly a vocalist in a metal band back many years ago. Cool. Yeah, no, I basically found out through Melissa Cross through her Zen of Screaming DVD. So I was just trying to remember what it was called.
Yeah, I was on that when I was a kid.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Excellent. And it's she came over here and did like a masterclass in London. And I went along to that, and she was really helpful. I was so. Do you actually work with her? Have you? Obviously, you said you work.
Yeah. Ever since she's sort of a family friend since I forever. I've known her since I was a kid. But I've been working with her forever. She's a really close friend.
Oh, that's amazing. I hadn't heard that name in a long time. That's all. I've been out of the sort of like vocal game for a while, but it was something I took that like the DVD. Obviously watched it, but I also took the CD on the road with me to like work on things, so I could actually maintain my voice while I was doing like we're out on tour and stuff like that. So
yeah, she's the best. She's magic for the voice.
Yeah, no, it was totally it was totally game changing for me. Because I'd sort of learnt through like friends on like they were like giving me various things on how to sort of maintain your voice and not try and blow it on the first night, if you will. And then I sort of came across, I was sort of doing a bit of research and looked into a couple of like sort of my favourite vocalists in the sort of field I was in, and her name kept popping up everywhere. And then I found the DVD and all that, and it was that's amazing. That's cool. That was unexpected. I like that. Well, if you see her, tell her thank you. I had many years of good fun on the road, so and mainly because of her. Because if I didn't, I don't think my voice would have made it. So
I will definitely.
Excellent, thank you. You've also got a video for Broken, which you released. Broken came out on the 20th of March, just to sort of get people to sort of know that it's out there. And you also, did you, on the video side of things, was that your concept idea with it, or was it someone else you were working with?
It was actually the director's, and I think he came up with a really cool visual representation of what I was thinking about, emotionally, with a straitjacket. He was inspired by the Bang Your Head, Quiet Riot video.
Okay.
where he got the the idea. But I think it worked. That straitjacket was really hard to get in and out of, but it was fun. It was all good.
I was going to say, straitjackets aren't supposed to be easy to get in and out of, apparently.
Yeah,
so.
I guess that's the point. It's the point.
Yeah, exactly. No, the video I really liked, because I always like performance videos. Whenever I was like, say, my previous life as a musician, I always like making the performance videos. It was nice to have kind of like, you know, good concept like videos, I suppose, but I always love the performance aspect of it. So that's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Excellent. So I've got a couple of questions left for you, just to sort of wrap things up. These are questions I ask sort of all the musicians, actors and stuff that I interview for my show. And the first one is, can you name your three sort of top albums that sort of shaped the musician that you've become today?
I think I got into listening to heavier music when I was listening to Toxicity, Jagged Little Pill for sure.
Cool. Yeah.
And Aqualung probably.
Nice. Yeah, Jagged Little Pill. That's just had its is it 20th, 25th anniversary? I think it was.
That my mom used to blast that, and that's it's a great album.
I mean, every song on that album was a single. It was one of those songs, especially here. It just dominated the chart, like album chart and singles chart, like multiple songs at a time. And me and my wife are fans of Alana's Morissette as well. So it's
yeah, me too.
But she's touring again, which is great. She's actually playing Jagged Little Pill as well, which is also amazing. So we're going to try and get, if obviously the world gets back to some kind of order, we'll try and get some tickets for that. So how is obviously, I don't know what sort of plans you may have, or had. What sort of what are you doing at the moment now that everything's kind of locking down? Are you have you got any hobbies away from the music that you sort of get into?
I've been writing a bit. I'm trying to get into cooking. I'm a huge foodie, so we've been just eating a lot over here.
Nice.
We have a house full of people. Cool. Just trying to stay busy.
Yeah. No, same here. We've officially been put in lockdown now, so we're just kind of obviously got to wait this sort of thing out. I'm quite a fortunate position. My job still pays me, so it's surreal. We got a foster dog, so we've been entertained by that. Oh, that's good. I love dogs. So.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Cool. So
I figured it was perfect timing.
Yes, I was going to say that is perfect timing. A lot of people were actually encouraging people to go out and do it before we had lockdown, because then you could at least keep the dog, give it company, and they'll give you company as well. So, but I never thought I'd be a sort of dog person until my wife insisted we got a dog. And I love the damn thing. So she picked me at the we went to a humane society because we used to live out in Florida. And we brought her back with us to the UK, but she was sort of like, I went along thinking, oh, okay, we'll get, the kids wanted a dog, so we're going along, and then this dog sort of like, we got to see it, and she came over to me and sat on my lap immediately, and it was just like, all right, fine, that's it, we're done, that's it, this is the one. The other ones had far too much energy, so but yeah, no, that's all cool. Thank you for doing this again. I know it sort of takes some time out and stuff, but good luck with the single. I'm going to give it some more spins on my show and everything as well. That's all cool.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries, Alana. Thank you very much, and you have a good rest of your day, all right?
You as well. Bye.